Pakistan's foreign minister is in Beijing for talks with his Chinese counterpart. Ishaq and Wang Yi also meeting Afghanistan's acting foreign minister to discuss regional peace and security following last month's military standoff between Pakistan and India. Mr. Da earlier met Liu Jianchao, he's the head of the Chinese Communist Party's international department, who reaffirmed Beijing's strong support for Pakistan's sovereignty and territorial integrity. Mr. Liu also emphasized China's commitment to prioritizing ties with Pakistan. Beijing is one of Islamabad's closest partners, offering financial lifelines and supplying arms. Pakistan drew on Chinese fighter jets in its recent clashes with India. Mr. Da revealed that he kept Pakistan's Chinese ambassador up to date on the aerial combat. Beijing has said it is ready to play a constructive role in any deal for a lasting ceasefire. The diplomatic push comes a week after Pakistan reached a truce with India to end their most serious conflict in decades, following an April attack in Indian-administered Kashmir that killed 26 people. India has blamed Pakistan for this attack, but Islamabad has denied any involvement. And while we're joined by Hira Mustafa reporting live from Islamabad and Deborah Wong from Hong Kong. Let's start with you, Hira. Those statements of support from China there. What more is Pakistan hoping to get out of this visit by the foreign minister to China?
Well, this visit of Foreign Minister Ishaq is considered a very important one as it comes in the backdrop of the tensions that are running high still between New Delhi and Islamabad. And experts here in the capital view this visit of Foreign Minister to China as a very significant one. They deemed this visit as a critical one, saying that the timing of the visit is very right as both Pakistan and India are escalating their efforts on the diplomatic at the diplomatic level. Given the fact that how China is a key ally of Pakistan, not only in terms of it's a major financial partner to Pakistan, which has helped reviving its ailing economy, but is also a strategic and defense ally to the South Asian country. So in that context, they say that what both countries are aiming to achieve through these bilateral talks is that security is something which is going to lead the discussions between both the foreign ministers, as security is something which China is concerned about, especially in the southwestern province of the country, as it is home to significant Chinese investments, especially the Gwadar port, which is built and funded by China, and also the Gwadar International Airport. So both Pakistan and China are keen to expand their trade to Central Asian republics through Gwadar port. But unfortunately, we have seen that from the past couple of years, Pakistan's western borders are prone to terror attacks that are not only targeting Pakistanis, but also the Chinese nationals and workers who are working on the China-Pakistan Economic Corridor project. So both the countries will be looking forward to draft a security mechanism to tackle these security challenges together. And these bilateral talks are followed by the trilateral dialogue in which Afghanistan's acting foreign minister Amir Khan Muttaqi is also going to participate and engage with Pakistan and Chinese officials. And what we are hearing from the experts and also the officials here in the capital, that the three countries are going to talk about the regional security also, as we do know that the tensions between Pakistan and India are still running high, and Pakistan will be apprising the officials about the security situation on its eastern border that neighbors India, and also the western front that neighbors Afghanistan.
Deborah, we're hearing Hira there outlining China, a major financial partner for Pakistan, and also close alignment on strategic and defense issues. China giving all this support, not just in this visit, as we just heard, all these fronts, as it does so, bearing in mind that there are tensions between Pakistan and India.
So when asked if this visit was related to the current tensions between India and Pakistan, we've heard from the Chinese Foreign Affairs Ministry, that they simply are saying that China is willing to maintain communication with both countries and play peacemaker. Specifically on this meeting, we've also heard from the ministry that both Wang Yi and Ishaq will exchange views on bilateral issues and what you heard from Hira earlier, potentially, issues of defense and security as well. But, in the biggest scheme of things, we have to be mindful that China does share a border with both India and Pakistan. So it is in their interest to maintain regional stability, and it has to navigate this situation quite carefully. Since the tensions erupted, the stance from China has been fairly consistent. Almost every foreign affairs and ministry briefing we've heard, China has said that it's urging both parties to remain calm, to remain restrained, and to avoid any escalation of the situation. After all, China is Pakistan's largest trading partner and also largest source of imports, while China has also recently resumed high-level talks with India. So aside from improving economic ties, it was also seen as a strategic move to counteract India's shift towards the US. Wei Su.
All right, hearing from Deborah there, Pakistan certainly this time tapping on China for its defense needs, so not just planes, as we heard, but also air defenses.
Well, when we talk about the weapon diplomacy between Pakistan and China, we do know that China is the largest supplier of military hardware to Pakistan. And we have seen that Islamabad has used Chinese fighter jets, J-10C and JF-17 Thunder, in the recent military combat between India and Pakistan. And after that, we have seen that the international praise is pouring for the Chinese technology. So in this context, what we're hearing from the officials is that there is a possibility that in these bilateral talks between Pakistan's Foreign Minister Ishaq and Chinese Foreign Minister Wang Yi, there is a possibility that both are going to deliberate upon about expanding the defense cooperation, as China is a major strategic ally of Pakistan. And we have seen over the past few years, we have seen the defense cooperation between the two countries has grown exponentially, and experts believe that in these bilateral talks, as we do know that tensions between New Delhi and Islamabad are still high, there is a possibility that in coming days, some pacts are going to be signed between the two countries at the defense level.
All right. Deborah, this is the first sustained fight that we're seeing Pakistan relying primarily on Chinese options. And this is a chance as well for China to see how its military developments might actually function in real-life combat. So what has happened between Pakistan and India shape China's broader weapons diplomacy?
Again, I want to bring you back to what the Chinese Foreign Ministry has said in response to this. China has not commented on its involvement in terms of supplying advanced weaponry to Pakistan. It only, again, repeated its call for stability in the region. But reports of Chinese weaponry taking down Western rivals has certainly sparked a lot of analysis, a lot of attention in the Western world, because by strengthening Pakistan's military, what China is doing is to demonstrate its ability to provide alternatives to US-based military supplies. Now, it's so far increase arms exports to countries in continents like in Africa, in the Middle East and Southeast Asia as well. And what it does is it allows it to expand its sphere of influence in these regions. So observers are noting that, Pakistan's use of Chinese weaponry in a conflict could actually impede any progress in the China-India ties, and eventually also pretty much potentially push India to seek alternative alliances to counter China's influence. So once again, we're back to, that concept, that square where China is walking a very thin line here. And we really have to watch what it will do next to convince the rest of the world that it can play a constructive role in mediation. Back to you.
Thanks for that, Deborah. Hira Mustafa reporting from Islamabad and Deborah Wong from Hong Kong.